everyone. Just wanted to wish you a happy pre-Memorial Day weekend. I'm actually just got finished eating at Kraken Kitchen, and I must say it was pretty good. If you want to see what the food looked like that I ate, you can go to my Instagram page at StockClick Media. I made a little video and filmed it and slapped it up there so you can have at it. So now, on our way back to the studio to get some work done. Yeah, I'm going to do that camera thing again. And just wanted to see if you guys had gotten through your challenge yet. If you haven't, you better start getting busy. Tomorrow's Memorial Day. I'm actually going to go home and take my pictures finally. I haven't done that yet. So as soon as that happens, sorry guys, trying to make it so that it looks perfect. But, you know, I can only do so much. So I got Seal playing in the background, one of my favorite artists, just trying to get back home from my office in Beverly Hills to the studio in Redondo Beach. So we're going to be talking all the way until I get there. How about that? So it's approximately, let's see, 5:27. So I'm just going to focus on reiterating what I had already talked about, as well as getting you guys prepared for the AMA question and answer forum tomorrow. Not tomorrow. Tomorrow. No, Tuesday. Starbucks day off. Hashtag Starbucks day off. And we're going to focus on getting you guys up to speed on how to get your particular brand started and going. I'm going to touch briefly on how to create a Facebook page. Excuse my alarms. My people get close to me and the sensor on the car goes off. So, but we're going to focus on getting your teaching you how to create your own Facebook fan page, and also focusing on the AMA, the question and answer, Ask Me Anything series in marketing tomorrow, Tuesday. Now that's going to crack at 2 p.m. Pacific Standard Time, so any questions you may have, you might want to go ahead and once I launch the link, you can actually start asking the questions. The answers won't be provided until the day of. So even though this is short notice and I might get bombarded with dozens of questions, I don't mind, because what I'm going to do is I'm going to create a live based off the Ask Me Anything questions. And from there, we'll go ahead and get everybody up to speed on what it takes to get a social media management company started. Sorry, there's a lot of bumpy roads. I'm on La Cienega, the raggediest street in California, even though it's the most busy. But anyway, please make sure you tune in and come up with some questions. I mean, everybody has a question. It all depends on, what you're trying to plan to do with that question and get the right answer back. Because once I go live, I'm not going to be answering any questions on the live. They have to be pre-set. So that means you're going to have to go to the AMA and you're going to actually ask the question there. And then once you ask the question, it's going to pop up on the screen, and then I'm going to answer it live. So we're pretty much, and plus I got my crew is going to actually be posting links and stuff for you all to, follow to get more information about the stuff that I'm going to be touching on. So make sure you got pertinent questions that you want to ask, because you're only going to get this chance once. And then after that, that's all she wrote. So I'm going to go ahead and get focused on the webinar series. That's actually going to be the $25 and the $50 setups that I'm going to be doing, so that you'll actually get a benefit out of it. I can't give everything away for free, but for that particular price, which is cheap, it's peanuts. You're going to get a bird's eye view of the itinerary and a step-by-step on the outline on how you're going to set up your stuff so that you can monetize it and get it ready for whatever business, brand, or product you're trying to push. Our website should be updated by Tuesday with all of our normal pricing for creating all of your different pages. We're not even talking about just Facebook, Instagram, and Twitter. We're talking about Pinterest, LinkedIn, Reddit, what else? Tumblr, a few others that are out there that will give you a little bit better engagement than what you're normally set up. And we also do some custom setups too, so that you can benefit from better engagement and be able to answer your followers quicker, because you'll actually have the information that you need to go ahead and get them set up. So all that's coming Tuesday, and I hope to see you all on the live. It's going to be an adventure. I'm excited because I love telling people about stuff, and the problem that I get is that I tell everyone everything, and I don't get anybody that calls me back and says, hey, it worked out. Oh my God, I did exactly what you said, and it did everything that you said. But people just keep watching and never implementing. Keep watching and never participate. Keep watching and keep saying they're going to do it. I call those the aggressive passive procrastinators. Because what they do is they really want to do it, but they just don't take that first step. If you can, people, I give you a step-by-step on pretty much how to get your stuff set up. It's called the $4,200 social media setup checklist. That's $4,200, 4200. In fact, put the $sign in, $4200 social media setup checklist. And what that's going to do is that's going to allow you to get started. If you are starting from scratch, that is the perfect document for you, because what that document does is it allows you to start from scratch. The first thing I tell you to go do is go to LastPass.com. You are going to create so many different social media passwords and usernames that by the time you created your fifth one, you will have already ran out of passwords in your mind. But what this particular product does, LastPass, is it allows you to use one password to log into LastPass. And then what it does is it allows you that every time you get ready to create a new page or a new username password, it pops up a hint to say, do you want us to create your password? And of course you say yes, and then you pick a random encrypted password. You can pick it to be 12 characters, 15 characters, 25 characters, it doesn't matter. Just long as you make sure that you save it, because it's going to create an encrypted alphanumeric with character password in there that's going to be impossible to crack or break. So just to give you an understanding of what LastPass does for me, we manage 35 clients' social media pages. Each one of those pages has 6 social media apps. So you got Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Pinterest, LinkedIn, and YouTube. You imagine 6 times 35 is what? 18, 21, 218 accounts, right? You imagine me trying to remember 218 accounts without having to use the same exact password? I don't think so. So what would end up happening is I would end up making derivatives of it or coming up with some garbage way to do it, and I'm just like, I've had it with that. So what I did was I hooked up with LastPass. I got set up. It's real easy. It takes like 1 minute. And what I did was I just started setting up my clients and having the passwords put in, generated automatically. I don't want to know the password ever. In fact, this is a beautiful thing for people that are working in hospitals, or you work in a law firm where you have to deal with a lot of different passwords and logins for different things like LexisNexis or any type of electronic medical record software that you use every day, that you get tired of putting the passwords in every day. It's irritating, I know. I deal with it all the time when I'm configuring EMRs for new clinics. So this is a beautiful thing to use LastPass, because LastPass saves your ass. LastPass saved my ass. It's true. Then once you get that set up, after that, no worries. You go ahead and you start getting your branding set up. If you're starting from scratch, that social media checklist is perfect for you, because what it does is it gives you the step-by-step to get set up. Now, we all know that social media is social media. It's not your company. Your company needs a foundation. And what that foundation is going to be is your website. So that means you have to get a domain that's perfect for your website. Otherwise, you have no foundation. So once you get your website set up and get your domain set up, you need a logo. So I give you hints on how to go to Fiverr.com and get your logos built. They start at $5-10. If you want somebody to do your whole media kit, that usually costs about $50 to $100, meaning that they will give you all the vector sizes and files. They'll synchronize all of your logos to be able to be preset with all the current sizes for the social media apps for 2018 for photo and video sizes. They pretty much run the gambit and take care of everything for you. All you have to do is pay. So once you get your logo and your domain set up, the next steps are getting your social media pages set up, because what you want to do is you want to make sure that those social media pages are all the same name. So make sure you research your name. If your name is Acme Corp, you got to research that to make sure it's across the board. You don't want to start getting your domain up in this Acme Corp, and now you got somebody else that's already got Acme Corp as all of their social media. It just ruined the game for you. So I recommend when you do your search for domains that you use leandomainsearch.com. And what leandomainsearch.com does is not only does it search for your name that you write in, that you have a general idea of what you want to use, but it also searches and gives you almost 5,000 replies back of derivatives of what you could use if you don't have access or availability for your particular name. So what happens is not only does it give you that hookup, but it also allows you to see if that particular name is available for social media. Like, it'll actually tell you straight out. If you click on a particular name that's available, it'll tell you 4 different places where you can go buy it, and if the Twitter name is available. And usually if the Twitter name is available, the IG, Instagram, and the Facebook name is available. So the first thing you do is, if you pick a name that you like, you go to Lean Domain Search, and you make sure that across the board you can put it down as your social media. Because when you market and advertise your social media, you want to be able to say one name. If I tell you one name right now, StyleClick Media, all you got to do is go to any social media page that we have an account and type that in, and that's how you'll find us. One name across the board, individual, to be able to get your brand right, as well as be able to be found. Because if you can't be found, what's the point of having social media? Another thing is, if you run a if you run a business and has a locality, meaning a physical address and all of these different things, like your corporate papers and all of that, what Facebook allows you to do is certify your name. So if you have a name that's actually a business listed somewhere, Facebook will allow you to use Google Business to certify your name and get it certified with the gray tick. If you are the only brand of that particular name, then you can qualify to get the blue tick, which certifies that you are the actual original brand. So those are the certifications that they offer, including the ones for Twitter and Instagram. So with that being said, it would behoove you to go ahead and get your lean domain search going so that you can actually verify and check if your particular brand or service is available. And across the board, you want to make sure that you're using a name that can be found. You don't want to have to go, okay, your name is Acme Corp, but then over here is Acme Corp 1. Over the other place is Acme, some other crap, LLC, so that you have to get that name. It's just irritating. So it's better for your brand that you cross the board and have the same exact name. And I cannot stress this enough. People come at me and be like, well, can I use this? No. You can only use what Lean Domain Search will allow you to use. You can't use your name space / another company. It looks stupid. It's not professional, and it gives the person that's the consumer the idea that you're not a legitimate company. You look shady because you're just making up something, especially if you're trying to get somebody to be a part of your financial service plan or some kind of product where they got to pay monthly. You better have a foundation set up that's going to be able to be researched without fail. You need to have at least the first 5 pages of your company searched and found on Google. If you don't have enough postings to do that, that tells me that your company is new and not ready to roll yet. I'm not going to participate or do business with you at all. That's just the bottom line. That's the reason why people do Google searches, because they trust Google, and Google wants to remain trusted. So they verify that your company is real. And another thing I want to tell you, do not ever try to go and design Instagram, Facebook, Twitter, or anything and try to post 15, 20, 30 posts. You look stupid doing that. And because you look stupid doing that, no one wants to do business with you, because it looks like you're trying to flood the market with postings that aren't really content created based. So do your homework on your content, and make sure that you have a schedule where you post stuff like 2 or 3 times a day, not 30 times a day, because that's irritating. The only people that do 30 times a day are athletes and celebrities, because maybe sometimes they're getting sponsorship money and they want to get paid, so they post those particular posts all the time. Me, myself, we post about 5 or 6 posts a day. I do the 5-3-2 rule. 5 posts a day, 3 pertaining to fun, 2 pertaining to the company indirectly, so that people won't look at us like we're trying to sell them something every single time we post. Basically, when we post, we give you marketing tips on how to build your brand, what 10 things to do to make your brand successful, 10 new Instagram titles that will make your brand stand out faster than other people's. We give you some cheat Cliff Note sheets so that you'll be able to prosper with your brand in this 2018 year. Another thing is, on that particular list, after you look at Lean Domain Search, the next step is to link up with the social media management platform to be able to curate all that stuff. So once you create your 6 core social media apps, you want to go ahead and figure out which social media platform that you want to use for management. Now, there are a few out there that I've tested and that I stand by. I'll give you the one that I mainly use, which is Social Pilot. And then after that, it's Hootsuite, then Sprout Social, and then eClincher. And the reason why it goes like that is because the pricing that some of these platforms have is just a little too steep if you do not have the type of clientele you need to keep that price range paid. For instance, Social Pilot is only $20 a month. It allows me to post 200 posts a day and up to 2,500 posts a month. And I can bump that up to the 5,500, but for $20, it handles all 35 of our clients. So we don't have to spend extra money on a platform and lose on profits. Now, the other two, Sprout Social and eClincher, they range from anywhere from $150 to $400 or $500 a month, but they do some extra things, like they'll give you the ability to create campaigns, respond to people's posts on your social media without going to the social media. You can do it directly in the app, the social media management app itself. Sorry, I'm going under the airport, so LAX, so of course now it looks like I'm completely in the dark. Let me turn on some light, I guess, to make it so that you guys can still see me. Okay, we're back. From the darkness through the light. So, just passing through LAX right now, on my way back to Redondo Beach. Maybe I should take the scenic route. I think I'll take the scenic route through the beach so that you guys can actually get to see the ocean. I'll turn the camera forward so you can see the ocean. In fact, I just turned down Imperial, which most of you are watching that know are familiar with California. Imperial ends at the beach, Dockweiler Beach, where you can actually stay out there till 11 o'clock at night, having a bonfire. We actually have a ditch day that we do every June, and everybody ditches work on a Friday, and we all go out as adults and hang out at the beach. I'm actually going to be going live from there too when it happens, so stay tuned for all of my exciting little lives that I'm going to bring you. Some going to be fun, some going to be educational, and some are going to be based on client stuff that I do for them every day. Like Urban Foodies, I'm going to be posting a lot of when we go out to places on their Instagram and Facebook and Twitter, so that people can keep abreast of what we're actually doing for the season of foodies, especially when the Chef's Event series jumps off, Chef's Plate Event series. Can't wait for that. That's going to be awesome. So we'll be dealing with that soon. And I'm going to tell you, these roads out here, it's either my mouth's having an issue or we just have just the raggediest roads in America. To be one of the richest states, they don't keep up the which way car? Light being green. People are Sunday drivers. We're gonna kick back and enjoy the nice slow drive, which I don't mind, but hey, I'm trying to get somewhere. So, I'm going to turn the camera around in about another minute or so because we're coming up on the beach. And I'm going to want to, let me see if I can get this right quick. So we're going to put us pictures. Well, I can't even turn it around. Oh, well, I guess I'll have to fan you out from the other side. Let's see if we can really wanted you to see it. Let me see if I can push the camera that way. I won't go that way. Oh well, I tried. It didn't work out. Maybe if I can turn it that way when I turn, so you can actually see the water. So we're getting ready to make that left turn, and now we're on Vista Del Mar, which is the thing that runs along the beach. In fact, let me take this out of my mouth and I'll show you what the beach looks like. So there's the beach. Let's roll the window down. There's the ocean, as you can see. And I like to take this route sometimes when I'm on my way from other places because it allows you to see normally what you don't get to see. So, head down the Strand and head towards Manhattan Beach from Playa del Rey. Enjoy that. Everybody's out there. You got the Chevron refinery right here. There's a pipe that goes all the way out to where that ship is so that they can unload the crude oil to take it into the refinery. That just gave you a history lesson on how oil is taken off a tanker and given to the refinery. So there's that. Back. Okay, now we're back. Hope you enjoyed the little scenic route. One of these days when I get my car rigged with cameras, I won't have to do this. I could probably do that 2 weeks from now, but I don't really spend that much time in the car except to go to certain places because I work from home all the time. So now we're heading into Manhattan, Manhattan Beach. You know, New Yorkers and English people don't say T's. You ever notice? that T is slurred into a whole different type of sound. Or what do they call it? Phonic. The beach is looking really, really enticing. I may just stop by there and end my live at the beach. So that way, I can give you guys a happiness type of ending instead of the normal way. Thank you for paying attention to me, and we will talk to you soon. Great. So we're coming into the little congested area of Manhattan Beach. And there's a whole bunch of bars and stuff over here. I really love this area because, you can really have a good time. A lot of bars have happy hours, and so if you wanted to have a social thing, you can pretty much do that. I don't know if you're catching my view. I'll probably can turn the camera this way some so that you can get the back. Probably would be better off if I worked it that way anyway. So that way you can see what I see in the back. So we're going through, let's see, this change from Vista Del Mar. So now we're on Highland in Manhattan Beach. And we're just taking a little scenic route to get through. So it's usually the back way I go to avoid the holiday traffic. And of course you got all the biker people who don't really care. They'll just cross the street in front of your car and you'll end up wondering why. In fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to roll the windows down because I hardly ever do that. Like, let's get everything on. Let's just give it some light. Just give me the light. It's that old Sean Paul song. Just give me the light and pass the John. But yeah, that's where we're going. We're headed through the beach areas, all the $1 million homes, unnecessary pricing. Everything went up $1 million over here since See, what year is this? 2018. So probably 2011, 10. So in 8 years, everything went up pretty much. And it's crazy over here now. It's too expensive. Crazy expensive. But if you bought over here now, you make a lot of money doing Airbnb. You can see in the background, I see a lot of these places are getting remodeled, and they're pretty big. They go around the people who are driving their golf carts. Oh, I don't know what gas prices are in your neighborhood or neck of the woods, but over here we're at $4 for a premium. I think it's like $3.75 for the lowest grade. But just trying to give you a little scenic route of going through beach areas. Normally the beach, if you go up near PCH, is crowded, but this is actually a block from the beach. And this is the best kept secret. It's the unknown path. I'm doing at least 30, which is good. Normally around this time for Memorial Day weekend, terrible. It's like crowded, and in fact I can't wait to get home because I already know there's going to be a lot of cars that are going to be in the way. Or in the path, so to speak. So, yep, enjoying the scene. Just got finished getting my grub on. We're like 30 minutes in. It's almost 6 o'clock. And I'm taking a stroll in my car through the Neverland. It's not Neverland. But just taking you with me on my drive. I think I got about 10 more minutes and I'll be home. So once I do that, I'm going to go take my pics and start getting ready for tomorrow's Facebook Marketplace showing of my stuff for sale. And hopefully I'll make about $1,000 tomorrow. We'll see. We'll see who's interested in buying some stuff. Hopefully I'll make $1,000 for the week. I don't mind if it's not tomorrow. I mean, I'm cool. I'm cool with that. But if everything works out, we're gonna go, and all of us that are taking part in the Memorial Day Money Challenge are going to win because we know what we're trying to do. We did the due diligence. We took our pictures. We doctored them up. We used photo editing software to make them look better. We did everything we possibly needed to do to get them right. And now it's just a matter of sipping some coffee and waiting for the money to pile up. Is everyone with me? If you're with me still, you've gone this long, 33 minutes and 51 seconds, then type in there, I'm with you in the message. And I will send you guys a free ebook for the people who type in, I'm with you. You'll get a free ebook on how to do a few things. I'll give you 5 easy steps to your social media engagement. That'll be my free ebook. So type in, I'm with you. And we'll go from there. In the meantime, I'm just taking a slow, steady cruise, trying to make my way home to get more information out to you, because that's all I pretty much do is work. You know, like that Rihanna song, work, 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 work. I don't mind. I love it. You know, if I didn't like what I did, then I'd be trying to find something else to do, but I do love what I do, and I love helping others. And I love to see the looks on people's faces when they find out that they can do so much more with what they have. And a lot of other things like that. So I don't know how the sound might be because I got all the windows down, including the sunroof. So just trying to take in some of this 81-degree breeze while it's happening, which I still don't understand how it's 81 and it doesn't feel like it feels like it's 71. But hey, I'd rather be here than where my dad is right now in Ohio. I think they still got snow on the ground. Somebody chime in and tell me if you're from Ohio or Michigan or the Bible Belt, if you still got snow on the ground. Because if you still got snow on the ground, I'm not going out there until June. And that's next week. And if you still got snow on the ground, then global warming is really taking effect right now. Okay, so I've been following behind this guy going really slow for the longest. He's finally going to turn. And once he does that, then I will turn. And once I do that, oh, I wish I could turn the camera to the front. The beach looks so lovely, the ocean. But it won't allow me to switch it, especially since I'm driving. I think my phone has some kind of sensor that's like, nope, you're driving. We don't want you to focus on that. We want you to go ahead and get home safe with your driving. So now, as you can tell, I'm pretty much rambling on because I am getting into kind of a slow roll to the beach, and hopefully if the people in front of me just go a tad bit faster, I can get there faster. But as it stands right now, they're taking forever. Finally, thank you for moving, because you were taking forever. Now we got another person. We get a lot of tourists out here, and of course they take forever because they don't really know where they're going. But the whole point is that's how our economy stays up, and that's how this property is able to keep going up, because we thank the people who come from out of state to help out. And everyone's walking across the street just blindly because it's that beach life, you know. People, they have a hard time figuring out things. So now we've crossed into Redondo Beach. So, no, excuse me, Hermosa. We haven't even made it to Redondo. So let me give you the breakdown of the beaches. So Manhattan Beach is where all the rich people live that actually live in their homes. It's more of like the upper echelon, upper scale beach. Then you have Hermosa Beach, where everybody owns homes, but they don't live in them. They live in someplace else, and they rent their houses out to like people who want to have roommate situations. So it's like 4 or 5 people renting out a $5,000 home, and they're only paying like $800. So it works out, especially if you're young and in college, and you don't have that much money, but you want to live by the beach. In fact, if you ever are going to live by the beach, that's the best way to start out, because if you're young and you want to enjoy beach life, looks like they got something going on up ahead with the street fair. So I am now going to turn off this street and take the detour, because I don't want to have to sit here and deal with, and just what it says, yep, no vehicle access, power outage, and all this other good garbage. So let's go ahead and get our turn on. Come on, man. Turn the corner. Come on. Oh, scrape. Okay, I'm trying to just get away from all this traffic, and everyone around here is just driving like they have no clue. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Come on, dude. Taking all freaking day. Okay. I think we've bypassed the street fair. Perfect. Just need to get across this stop sign. which has about 5 cars right here. And I think we'll be good to go. Oh, this is even better because we have a traffic cop. Go! Shit. Thank you.
You're welcome.
These people are like, they're the ladies out there directing traffic. The people are still walking. White privilege. This is Manhattan. This is Hermosa Beach. What you expect? Nobody cares. Everyone's disrespectful. Sad. All right. Well, I was hoping I would get closer to the beach before 45 minutes went by, but alas, it looks like. Ooh, my brakes. I think I need some brakes. What you think? You keep hearing that squelching? I can't hear none of it when I got the windows up. So we're gonna see. Get across this street before people start walking. And I know this is going on. I don't have anything else to talk about. Just like letting it drag on so you can actually enjoy the scene. But happy days. So I guess I'll end it now. It's been fun. It's been real. I think I gave you guys a lot of information that you can use. And hopefully if everything works out, you can come back to me tomorrow with your updates on what happened with the Memorial Day Money Challenge. So I'll be posting my stuff tomorrow, and I'll show you what I posted so you could actually get an idea. So once again, thank you for checking me out, and also for all your needs, go to Style Click Media, Style Click Media on all platforms. Okay? Thank you very much for tuning in, and we'll talk later. Peace out, people.